Hi, it's Lonnie. Welcome back. We are working on our gutted book today for the challenge in July. This one I told you about. It's Lee's Art. I can't remember the rest of her channel name, but if you do hashtag JJJC2025, it stands for July Junk Journal Challenge 2025. And this is a prompt page that I have dyed with alcohol ink. And I'm going to use these for the pages, and I'll add the prompts and I'll use them as labels. So there's that. And I decided to gut a book, and so I did. And then I decided to use cheap watercolor paper to make my signatures. And I'm going to make this like Natasa at Treasure Books showed us not too long ago with the easiest journal ever. And she did that by attaching the signatures to each other. So first I have to bind them, I guess. I think that would probably be good. I've cut all mine down to size, and they've got this really cool edging because my cutter is really bad. So I have here 4 signatures, and they each have 5 pages. So what's going to happen is, once I align them properly and put them in, they will be, I'm going to match them to the inside white sheets here. And then once I have them in, it'll be skinnier at this end than it is in the middle. But I figure when we put pockets in, it'll get wider anyway. So that will be another time, obviously. But today, I thought I could at least get started and sew in the signatures. So I'm going to do that. I will use my waxed thread that I got this big spool on Amazon. Now I don't need a whole bunch of stuff hanging over because I'm not going to put any dangles on or anything. So 1, 2, 2.5 should be plenty. And since I have 4 signatures, I seem to always have a lot of thread left over, but that's okay, I guess. Better too much than not enough. So that's 2 signatures worth. I need 1 more. Yes, I hope you guys are all doing well. Thanks for joining me in this little project. I haven't done a lot of series, but I thought this one might be fun to do since it'll be ongoing throughout July. Oops, I need that needle. Alright, so I'll show you the first one, and then I'll do the other 3 off camera. And I need my pokey tool. It's in a box. Sometimes it falls to the bottom, sometimes it's exactly where I need it, like it is today. Alright, so these can be very simple. They don't have to hold lots of pages or anything. I will probably, I don't know, maybe I should make it 2. Should I make it 2 holes instead of 3? I'll do 3. That just means I have to find the center here. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 inches divided by 3. Yeah, that's not really gonna, it'll be almost 3 inches. So I guess these don't have to be, it's for myself, so I don't have to be all that precise, do I? So what am I gonna do here? I'll use this. I'll do roughly 1 in the center, and then 1 in the center here, about there. And then this can be my guide for all of them. Okay. So if I put that there roughly, whoops, that totally went askew. Because it's watercolor paper, it's not. Anyways, roughly. Very roughly. Okay, so I'm going to leave a tail. Don't want to pull this too tight because it is watercolor paper and it's not, I don't think it's very strong. So we'll just see what we can do here. So in the middle, you can start in the inside or on the outside, depending on where you want to tie yours. And then all the way to the other end, and then come back through the middle to finish it off. And then try to hit that hole, but try not to split any of the threads. Okay, that's basically all there is to it. So I've got my threads coming, my ends coming out on either side of that one in the middle. Just pulling it a little tight so they're not too loose. And then doing a variety of knots in different directions. Yeah, you actually have to pull something through to tie a knot. And then it depends on how fancy you want to get with this, but I usually make an S. This is a backwards S. Bring it through and then just tie another knot. It's not really a science, just whatever you want to do. Okay, so that's one signature. Okay, so I'm going to go and do the rest and I'll be back. Okay, so they're all done and they're all a little bit askew. That's okay. It's not a big deal to me. So now what I'm going to attempt to do is attach these. So, like that. And the way we're going to do this is, because this is watercolor paper, haven't really thought this through because it's going to get wet. Well, I'm going to hope for the best. If it comes apart while I'm doing my arty thing, then I might just have to replace or redo, or I don't know. I'll fix it somehow. this is how I'm going to start this. And two, if I'm aware while I'm doing my projects which are the join pages, then I can maybe skip those and not do watercolor on those. I think that's gonna be my plan. I should be able to see the glue and stuff on here anyways. So hopefully that will... No right side up yet, so just trying to match those up as best as I can. So there's that page. It looks very the same. Cool. Alright, so then the next one will be roughly this one. And I will do it the same way. I'm using Pritt stick for the center. And it's pretty liquidy today. I wonder why. It's been pretty warm here, so maybe that's why. I'm just trying to match these up. I'm not saying that this is 100% at all. I do like quick projects, so. Yeah, Natasha's come up with some really cool stuff lately. I mean, she always did, but seems like she's picked it up a notch. I really liked the fan that she made yesterday. Oh, I watched it yesterday as I'm filming this, so it may not be yesterday from when you're seeing this. Just want to make sure that I have the pages actually stuck together. Okay, so that's the second one. So I have 2 left to go. And what I'm going to do over here now, I did 2 over here, I'll do these 2 over here, and then hope for the best. But yeah, this gutting of books, I was kind of intimidated about the whole process at first. And now that I've done this one, it's like, it worked out so well. I don't have a problem with it now. And this will be a nice hardcover. I'll just have to think of how I'm going to do the binding on the outside. There it is. I'm happy with that. Okay, so this will be the last one then. And then I have to join those 2 at the middle. And then I will let it dry. I totally was not planning on doing this type of project. But here we are. When you least expect it, you get ideas. Okay, so there's that one. And then, this might be the funnest part after all, the middle. Okay, so I see a little bit of glue seeping out. So hopefully that's not going to be a problem. Alright, so do I put glue on both of the pages? Maybe I should have been doing that all along. I don't know. We just want them to slide into place nicely, so I will put glue on both sides for this one. Alright, and then I'm going to stand it up so that they meet in the middle. Like so. And I may have to find a spot here where I can press it down better. That's why we want to put this on after, but couldn't really do that with this one, so. I think that will work. Looks pretty even on all the sides, so. Alright. So now I'm going to let it dry. That's the middle. And I probably could have and should have maybe put in a 5th signature, because I can see that this is kind of not sticking. So in order to make that actually stick, I'm going to have to put something to help it, like a clamp, something like that. Yeah. Because we want that to be solid. Okay, so I'm gonna let that dry for today, and we'll work on it again next time. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you again next time. Bye for now.